All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Thursday, February 22nd. It is set by Paul. Let's look at stop, key, piercing, skin. Ooh. Stop, key, piercing, skin. I'm not even sure how to read that. Key, of course, can be a letter from A through G. So it could be a key in the middle of a word for skin, and it means stop. Not sure. Let's look at the downs. Priest runs after page 3, for example. Well, of course, we know page 3 in the sun, but priest runs after, but then 3, for example. Oh, it could be a priest with runs, could be R or even 2 R's after page, P, but then 3, I, is there another? Ooh, maybe it refers to 3 down. Let's look at 2 down. Hot under the collar, collared, and cuffed. Oh, I think there is that slang word in England about getting shirty, and I wonder if it could be sort of a joke that if something is shirty, it has a collar and cuffs. I'm not 100% sure, but let's put it in. Suffering, if in need, it's endless. Suffering, oh, maybe. Oh, I was going to say an anagram of if in need, it. So maybe we drop the S. So suffering, an anagram of if in need, it means endless. And I can see we do have, I think, indefinite, which could be with no definite ending. Is that right? Is that the meaning of indefinite? I thought it just meant undefined. But let's go with it. Huddersfield initially, which would be H, at bottom of division, how far down? Well, if the H is at the bottom of something and it means how far down, I'm thinking depth, and department, DEPT, is a division. So now this is, we have some good letters here, except it'd be nice to get the first one. Stop, key, piercing, skin. Skin, I'm thinking maybe rind. To stop might be to rescind. Oh, and a key on a keyboard is escape inside of rind. So we get rescind. I was thinking this would begin with F, father maybe, but could it be rector? For example, might be EG. No, let's try 9. Oh, it's a 2-parter. Temple, say, where church dignitary originally involved in criminal trials. Well, criminal can be an anagram indicator. So if we anagram trials, we get 6 letters plus the D from dignitary is 7. We need 2 more. Church could be CH or CE. Maybe CE. Let's try the anagram helper. And temple, say, I'm thinking it's going to be maybe a broader category that a temple is an example of. And is that a temple as in a place of worship or the temple on your head? And I'm not seeing, but let's try, well, trials, D, and I'm going to do CE. I just think we may need an E more than we need an H. Oh, but if it was an H, we could have child. Child star. Ah, it's Shirley Temple. Okay, that's tricky. All right, so maybe this is rector. Priest runs after page 3. I'm not getting the wordplay, but this would be an O, which could be out of something. Where heaps could be made flabby. Ah, that's clever. The letters in heaps can be rearranged to be shape. So you could say that maybe heaps is made out of shape, and if you're flabby, you're out of shape. Let me put in rector after page 3, for example. No, not seeing it. And 3 was indefinite, so I don't think it's referring to 3. All right, let's try 5 across. One of those on the board. Ooh. I've done enough of these now to think of chessboard. But then, excuse me, in hotel, very suspicious that they drop the H on street. So is this going to be one of those Cockney things, or just we use the letters OTEL? So one of those on the board with 7 letters. What chess piece has 7 letters? King, queen, bishop, knight, rook, pawn. One of those on the board. Of course, it could be on a excuse me, a company's board, director, officer. No, not seeing it. Oh, this one we have to do with 17 down. Hump, cop, off, in the arms of Morpheus. And the arms of Morpheus means being asleep. 8. Oh. Yeah, so immediately when you read hump, cop, those are such strange words that you think it must be an anagram of those. But I have a funny feeling, oh yeah, we have the P there, that a road hump to slow down traffic is known in some parts of the world as a sleeping policeman. I want to say South Africa is where that originated, but maybe it's global, especially now. But so it is the definition, I suppose, is a hump, and a cop is off in the arms of Morpheus. Not cop off is a slang phrase. Yo, so that's handy to get all of those letters. Let's see how that helps these downs. Explosive, ingredient, key in spirit, head of course blowing off. Well, that looks like wordplay at the end. Of course, yeah, I think so. That the head of, maybe not. Maybe it is blowing off, but I'm thinking explosive, or maybe even explosive ingredient. Ooh, gelignite. But I think out of shape must be right with the heaps. But is there some other, what else is used in explosives? And then we have a key in spirit. And then a head of course blowing off. Ooh, no, that's too much. Island and then a fraction of miles. I have to think that is an inch, which is also an island. Feline and little piggies guzzling a fruit of the vine. Yeah, so the feline is Tom, and the little piggies, we had the big toe the other day, so I think this is toes, and both of them are guzzling A, so the A in between them, and fruit, of course, can be a plural. Fruit of the vine, tomatoes. Relative instructed to cover a baked food. Relative instructed to cover. So I think it's going to be a baked food. What is that? And who is the relative? Aunt, Nan. And where is the instructed? No. Can I get this now? One of those on the board in hotel on street. No. Turn up for yoga class, did you say? Boo and hiss. I think it's maybe going to be boo and hiss. What are those, like audience interactions or, yeah, but then churn up for yoga class. So maybe it's a homophone. It sounds like what? Churn up for yoga class. Something. Ooh. I just thought of on a mat. You do yoga class on a mat. And so boo and hiss could be examples of onomatopoeia. If I can remember how to spell it. Onomato. Yeah, I think I'm going to pause here and check my spelling. And I'm going to use the excuse of checking the British spelling. Okay, the thing I wasn't getting is the O between the P and the E. And I suppose it could be onomatopoeic, but I think it's onomatopoeia. I don't know where the end. I can certainly see onomat being yoga class. Onomatopoeia. So could it be onomatopoeic? Let's check 8 down. That's the relative instructed to cover a baked food. No, not seeing it. But now we do have that nice, so it's not gelignite anyway. Poly something. No, not seeing it. But I like here we have an M. Notes in old currency collected by Paul and Mum. Wow, old currency collected by Paul. So I think Mum is going to be part of the wordplay. Although what the Paul is throwing me off. If it was collected by Mum, I would think, okay, a word for Mum is going to be on the outside. But Paul, and is it notes as in musical notes? Or is it notes as in notices? No, that one is not as easy as I hoped it would be. Where Bishop might have to move quickly, sermons about 500 seconds. Well, I'm thinking of a chessboard, but sermons about chess something. Sermons could be. There's another word for a sermon, homily, of course, but what there's. Oh, and sorry, I'm just saying now it's something P, so there goes chess, where Bishop might have to move quickly. Speed. Oh, speed chess is a thing. I don't like it. It's too fast. So 500 in Roman numerals, I always have to think of if Vicks x-rays look clear, don't medicate. So D, so there's our D. Speeches or sermons, about 500. And then I think we get the last S is seconds. All right, that's helpful, I think. Like some old houses where two little boys live with socialist behind hospital. So I think it's going to be like some old houses as the definition, which these kind of definitions can often be, I don't know, a little flaky actual answers where it might be words that, yeah, you know they exist, but you don't really think of them, like something terraced. Yeah, so we're going to have to, I think, get it from the wordplay. Two little boys, is that just going to be two short boys' names? Live with socialist can be red. I wonder if, yeah, it could end in red behind hospital. Well, that should be an H, but where is that? Behind. Oh, there is a something timbered. Is that like the Tudor houses? So we have Tim might be one of the two little boys. But and then Liv is B with socialist. So maybe, I think it's half. So it's everything is behind the hospital. Then we have Alf and Tim. They B with the red. And I think half timbered might be an old house style. So here we do have notes. Mimeographs are collected by Paul. I don't know if there's, could it be a famous Paul? No, not getting it. Dance bands on with the mostly funny old player. 8-6. I wonder if it could be an old player, as in an old form of record player, cassette player, with the mostly funny. No, I think I'm going to need more of that one. Titaness back on the radio. So I think it's going to be maybe a figure from mythology who was a female Titan, and you put her name backwards. But then on the radio, no. I may pause later and look for Titaness, see who that might be. All right, this looks like an anagram. Playful crime fools, jerks. So funny fodder for the anagram crime fools. And I presume it means jerks. Now, is that people who are jerks, or the verb to jerk something, or the noun of, the act of jerking? Let's try the anagram helper. Jerks. I presume it's going to end in S. So then what will it? C-O-R-E? No, not seeing it. Those increasing pace of journey, narrated story with twists. So is it those increasing pace? Are even those increasing? Pace of journey, narrated. I do wonder if it could be a story with twists, which may be a playful definition, not just a story with plot twists. It could also, be an actual title of a book. I don't think it's Oliver Twist, but with twists. Something nuts. Pretzel logic. I don't know. Defeat finally, complete after reversal, lose it. Finally complete, I think, could be the E after reversal, not sure what that could be, but now I'm thinking maybe it's a word for defeat and then the E, and then you reverse all of it and you get lose it. Erupt, but that's TPUR, which isn't defeat. Loss, no. SL, no. Running into, yeah, I started off all right, but running into some tough ones. Now, country, game on river, recalled. Hopefully this isn't the name of a country. The first one I'm thinking of is Nigeria, and I can see if you reverse NIG, you get gin, which is a game. On a river, game on river, recalled. Is AIRE a river? The river Air? I'm a little early to click the check this button, but I think I'll go ahead and do it. It is correct. So let me pause and check the river Air. Yeah, there are actually, according to Wikipedia, 4 rivers named Air. The one in Yorkshire is probably the one they mean. There's one in the Ardennes. There's one in Switzerland and a river in Victoria in Australia. All right, naked, Dean, back from Japan, say. Naked, Dean. I don't know if naked could mean stripping the outer letters. Back from Japan, say, I think maybe the definition. It could be naked, of course. Dean back from Japan, say, Asian. No. All right, let's check the downs. There's still that, oh, saltpeter is an explosive ingredient. So, key in spirit, head off course, blowing off. Oh my goodness. Where is the spirit? Of course, could be an alcoholic drink. I'm not saying that, going to have to check 15 squared at the end. But now this one of those on the board, in hotel, on street, on the board. No, not getting that. And how about our relative instructed to cover? I'm guessing this is going to be REA. Ooh, baked food could be something. Oh, how about Nan, who could be your relative? And instructed to cover. I think that might be a homophone. Maybe. I think the relative. I don't know if something like well-bred, instructed, but to cover. Hmm. Oh, but naan bread actually, I think has two A's, doesn't it? So I don't think it's that. But something bread. Let me check it. It is correct. I thought naan had two A's. Maybe I'm. Oh, I must be wrong. Let me check it. I'm right. It should be two A's. Let me click check this again. It's still there. Okay, we're going to have to see what 15 squared has to say about that. Now, this one, smitten. No, I'm going to leave it, come back to it. Let's see, there's still some I haven't even looked at. We did look at this one. Notes. Memorabilia is too long. No, memoranda. How about that? Memoranda. So let's see, what's the old currency? Collected by Paul and Mom. Oh, of course, Paul is the setter. So me and ma, M-A. We have the rand, which is a currency, and O for old. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot who set the puzzle today. All right, now our dance band's on with the mostly funny old player. No, not getting that. Amount of space in book. Oh, that is a very easy double definition. Volume. Yeah, I wish we got more like that. Thread is line in middle of bulletin. I presume it's going thread is the definition. We put an L for line in the middle of a word for a bulletin. Of course, thread can be a few different things. No, I'm not seeing it. Capsizing in warfare, weakened vessel. So we have a hidden clue, but it's backwards inside the other words because it's capsizing. And so if we start with the first E in weakened and work backwards, we get ewer. Nice to get another easy one. Those increasing pace. Oh, could be something wins, which increase your pace of journey. Narrated story with wines twists. What are those? Narrated story could be a hum of, oh, tailwinds, of course. So it sounds like T-A-L-E, tail, and then wines for winds. All right. Now our funny old player. Dance bands on with a mostly funny. No, not seeing it. All right, let's try this anagram again now that we have some more letters. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the S in first on a hunch, and hopefully I'm not wrong. And it should mean jerks. I'm not Frielkmoos or Mel. Yeah, I think Could start with a vowel, but more likely FR. Jerks. Why am I not seeing this anagram? I'm sure you, in the comfort of your home, are able to see it. Oh, actually, I do see a word. Ah, so I had the wrong end of the stick, as often happens to me. It actually means playful, and crime fools, the letters in those are jerked, I suppose. Frolicsome. There we go. That is a tough word. All right, but that should help us now. Our thread, line, in middle, some, yeah. Oh, there is a, isn't there LISLE? But I don't know how then LISE would be a bulletin. Let me pause and look up Lyle. Yes, it is. It's a fuzzy thread by passing the thread through flames. And when I said Lyle, I was wondering, or Lille, I was wondering if it was Liesel, but it is named after the French town of Lille, so I presume it's pronounced Lille. But I'm not sure. Thread is line. Is line. Ah, so is literally is and then line, but in the middle of, oh, and then the middle of bulletin is LE. Oi, 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 that's tricky. Very tricky. All right, defeat. Oh, maybe this is erupt. Defeat finally complete after a reversal. But maybe it's some other word. Let me put in erupt and I'm going to click check it. It is correct. How is defeat finally? Oh, maybe it's defeat finally. Ah, yeah, sorry, it's the, yeah, I was getting confused with the reversal thing, but it's tea and then pure, I suppose, is complete. Pure milk is complete. And then it is erupt. Oy, oy, oy. All right, now our naked Dean back from Japan. Say, oh, so I think naked Dean is EA, and the back of a boat is the stern. And I said Asian is Eastern. All right. Now our dance bands on with mostly funny. With that H, I don't think it's an anagram, unless the with is part of it. And so it's either a funny old player, maybe it's a type of a dance, Charleston. Let me pause and sip my water and think about that. Well, don't ask me how, but I was looking at the second word and I just thought of Charlton Heston, who was an old actor and hence player. So let's see the. Oh, maybe it was thinking of the Charleston. Put that in. Honestly, I did not make the connection until just now, but I wonder if it was somehow in the back of my head, bouncing around. Charleston. Ah, so the Charleston. I don't know. Mostly funny. I don't know. Of course, there was the song by the Irish band, wasn't it? Stump, had Charlton Heston kept his vest on. Um, anyway, oh, so just two left. Yeah, let me pause and look up Titaness. All right, there was a female Titan apparently called Rhea. So now how do we get back on the radio? Oh, I think it's a homophone using that rhotic R sound. And so an English person might say rear instead of Rhea, rear back. I'm not a fan of those, I have to say. All right, one of those on the board in hotel on street. I think I'm going to use that little website that helps you find words based on letters you have. Right now, smitten. Peter Shilton, was that a football player? Anyway, let me check. Well, Stilton is a cheese, which could be on a cheese board. In hotel, on street. Oh, yeah, so ST is street, and then it's Hilton without its H. Oh my goodness. All right, let's check all. Everything seems to still be there. That wasn't too bad. I think I did have to use check this a few times, which helped me out. But otherwise, I didn't have to reveal anything, right? So let me go over to 15 squared. All right, today's blog is by SC Chua. Thank you to Paul. All right, so the first, I think of the acrosses, I understood all of them. Oh, they give us Shirley Temple, all right. But it was 14 down, onomatopoeia. Oh, turn up, onomatopoeia. Again, that R sound. I still don't understand it, but anyway. And then, like some old houses, was half timbered. Yes. Frolicsome. All right, then the downs, there were a few more. So R is runs placed below. Recto. So an example of which is page 3, the right-hand page of an open book. That's a good one. 5 down. Oh, another key. Alt contained in Spectre minus the first letter, of course. Wow. But good to know there's a bit of a theme here as far as the key. Nan bread plus in spread is instructed containing A. Okay. To cover A. But yeah, baked food is the definition nan bread. Maybe there's a different nan bread from the Indian one. Let's see. 16. So the Charleston containing, okay, so yes. So because we have 2 tons, it's a little confusing, but it is Charl, and then stun, containing bands, anagram of funny. Oh, bands means contain anagram of on plus the, so most of on the. Wow, that's tricky. And then, oh yeah, I want to know about sleeping policeman. They don't say anything about where that is or is not. Done. Oh, here's a comment by a different Paul. Yeah, onomatopoeia, saltpeter. Ah, tailwind versus tailwinds. Okay. Let's see, anyone else saying anything that might be useful? Oh, yeah, it's boo onomatopoeia. Well, I suppose when you write it out, fair to describe spoo as an onomatopoeic word since it has no etymology other than the sound. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, no one is questioning naan bread, so it must just be something. There's speed bump in Indonesia. All right, well, that's quite enough. Oh, yeah, so just maybe in Britain it's spelled with one A. If you have any, yes. So KVA, who's a commenter we trust, says in English, I've seen all variations, no issues with the clue. Well, if it's good enough for KVA, then it is good enough for me. All right, well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and have a great day.